So, chances are that you have a perfect Pinterest board for all of your manifestations. You probably have it like me, where you have everything split up into sections: love, career, family, money, everything that you want to manifest. I do have it like that. Sometimes I know many of us do vision boards, physical vision boards that we constantly look at. Now, there's two reasons why this video may help you. Number one is you want to kickstart your manifestations even harder. Number two is perhaps your vision board doesn't feel as aligned as you wanted. Maybe when you look at it, you see something, but you don't really feel or you struggle to connect to it. Or number three, which may be more niche, but you may be somebody who is religious and struggles with the idea of wanting physical things and wanting to enjoy material things. You may feel ambitious. You may feel like it's not really aligned with your spirituality or religion, and you want to essentially coincide those two ideas between you wanting to manifest, enjoying your life in this plane, and still nurture your spirituality. So one of the things that really, really helped me kickstart my manifestations and go to the next level was being able to spot something that I call the fake yes. So the fake yes is both a blessing and a curse for modernity, because this is something that many people didn't have to the extent that we have it back a few years ago. So a few years ago, you may have TV. Yes, you were able to see things that you wanted there. You may have magazines. You were able to see some stuff there. But at its core, many years ago, maybe 100, 200, 500, 1,000 years ago, whatever you want to call it, you could only really see it on your neighbors or your family or other people. So you really didn't know the extent of things that you could ask for. For example, now you probably are somebody who wants to travel and see the world. For somebody, maybe as close as 200 or 300 years ago, this was something that was very far-fetched. This was something that they really couldn't get into their brains, or that they saw as something really hard to attain. So nowadays we have the blessing of being able to explore so many things. We can travel, we can have all sorts of clothing, we can have all sorts of personalities, do all sorts of activities. You can work out, you can have family, you can have children, you can build your business, you can cook, you have a wide range of things. And for each one of these things, you will always see social media equivalent of this. Now, social media is great. It is a blessing. Personally, I love it. But if you don't treat it correctly, it could actually derail you and turn you into a cookie cutter. So, if you want to see your physical body as somebody else's, so let's say you look at Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, you look at perhaps Daisy Keach or any of these influencers, that you see their bodies and you think, whoa, this is the body that I want. You see them at the gym with their Lululemon, with their weights that are pastel colors and all this, and it really attracts you. It sets a spark in you. So, you may take these pictures, put them in your vision board. Then you see a perfect family, a woman that is pregnant, has her first child, is married, engaged, beautiful, nice, confident woman. And you see her and you think, okay, this is what I want. Let me take it and put it in my vision board. This is perfect. This is part of why social media is such a great tool for us nowadays to manifest, because we're able to see the wider range. It's like changing a little store for a huge mall. Now we are able to access this huge mall of possibilities for us to shop. But there's one pitfall when it comes to this, and it's if you see a fitness influencer that looks beautiful in her set, that looks amazing because she lives in the countryside and she has little gym, or maybe she lives in that penthouse in New York and that's the sort of lifestyle that you're looking for, you may feel like it's the physical things that you're looking for. So you want the Lululemon set. So you want the penthouse itself. So you want the body itself. But the truth is that humans are spiritual and emotional beings. So we experience everything through emotion. What does this mean? This means that what you want is not the Lululemon set. You want to feel aesthetic and you want to feel put together and you want to feel nice with what you look in the mirror. Doesn't have to be that precise Lululemon set. You don't want to feel like you go to the gym every single day and that you are hitting it hard, getting the body of your dreams, building those muscles. What you want to feel is like you are somebody who's disciplined. You want to identify with that feeling of discipline and achievement. So this is where the huge difference lays between just taking a picture from social media and actually manifesting it. And when you surround yourself with that feeling, so you may not have the body of your dreams right now, but you want to feel disciplined because you know that the discipline would eventually lead you to that thing that you want. So find ways to be disciplined today. It can be something like reading a few pages every day that is not related to your body, but it's still discipline. It could be something like waking up and putting makeup on, doing your hair always on time. That is discipline. So once you start feeling more and more disciplined, you're marinating yourself in that feeling that you want to feel when you see the fitness influencer. And eventually you're going to realize that you start feeling more like her, looking more like her. And once you look in the mirror, you actually become something like a merger of who you want to be and who you truly are. So it's your own special flavor. You're not this cookie cutter influencer from Instagram. You're not this precise photo that you picked up for your Pinterest, but you're something better. You're that, but with your own flavor. And that's really what I feel like kickstarts your manifestations like nothing else. And it's beautiful when you don't relate yourself to this picture or this set or this purse or this man, this engagement ring, this precise thing, but you actually become that picture, if you know what I mean. You actually become your own Pinterest board. You know that you put a picture there, but you're gonna have your own flavor. You're gonna be your own thing. You're gonna be your own great thing that sometimes people will see and they will add it to their shopping list. So this is the message that I wanted to share, to not always fixate so much on these pictures or these ideas, but the feeling. And that is going to help you not feel like you're being materialistic, because I know some women sometimes struggle with that. I don't see anything wrong with wanting material things, but if you want to make friends with the idea, always focus on the feeling that the material thing will bring. Sometimes a Gucci purse is gonna make you feel, those things sometimes are not as they're not so much about the feeling of the aesthetics or how good it looks. Sometimes you want to feel respected, you want the status, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You should never judge the feelings that you want. You should make friends with it. So if you want to feel respected and you want to feel like you're a part of a group and you want to feel like you are uh, in a scenario where you are more respected, where you are more well received, then put yourself in those scenarios or start accepting yourself. Start receiving yourself well. Start accepting the person who you are. And once you respect yourself, you're going to see it reflected in others. So that was my message for today. I hope it makes sense. And if you want to leave a comment, if you want to share your scenario or your idea of this thing that I'm sharing, that would be great. I'll be more than happy to answer you. I also have an email address where you can send me anything that you want and I can address it in a video later on here if you like. Of course, I'll keep you anonymous so you don't have to worry about it. Thank you. Bye bye.